Kakashi fixed the freaking chat delay. I think it's fixed. Let's freaking go. Yo, thank you, buddy. Looks like the stream delay on YouTube is gone. Yeah, he fixed it. I'm too boomer to like figure out how to do this shit myself. I'm too fucking old and too dumb. I don't have time to make tea. Let's just jump into it. People said this trial might take 3 hours. Do trials take that long? I have no fucking idea who did it. What up, Orchid? Sorry. I'm gonna fucking lose my voice again. Usually take 2 to 3 hours. The first trial was easy because the fucking dying message. The real gut punch was that my waifu sold me up shit creek without a paddle. That was a crazy plot twist. This time, I have almost no clue what the fuck is going on. Crisco Jack, thank you very much for being a member for 14 months. Continue a random night who messed up society. Let's go. Skylimit, thank you very much for the gifted membership. Much appreciated. Did you snipe a regular? You got soy tofu! You did snipe a regular. Thank you. Okay, let's go ahead and jump into it. No spoilers or I eat you? Yeah, I've been trying to moderate how I look at chat. I've been trying to like not look at chat too much. There were so many spoilers last stream. Good thing I didn't see a single one. This is good. I have theories about, I don't know who did it, but I have theories about stuff, you know? I have theories. Do you want to hear my theories or do you want to like jump into it? I feel like we got 3 hours. I didn't notice either. Yeah. Did you clean your glasses today? I'll clean them right now. I always scratch them up because I clean it with my shirt. You know, it's what it is. Monokuma. I fucking hate this guy. He thinks he's so fucking cute. He is kind of cute. Can't lie. I've never met a bear that wasn't cute, but I fucking hate this. I'm fed up with this guy. It's the Always Sunny thing where, like, you know, there's like a big picture and it's like, I've had it up to here with this guy. I always love a good tinfoil hat moment. He's cute in a fugly. He's very marketable. Did you pray today? I can't say that I did. Momo, thank you very much for being a member for 19 months. All right. I have no idea who did it, but I think it's a guy. I think it's a person with a dude's e-handy. Oh, I promised Stacy's I wouldn't say e-handbook, right? Okay, I think Chihiro. Well, there's two possibilities, right? I think Chihiro was killed in the boys' locker room. And I think this is because Chihiro is possibly trans, possibly, I don't know. Here's like evidence. I think there's a lot of evidence like from the locker room switch up that like she was killed in the boys' locker room. But there's an option, there's a switcheroo where like, what if she was killed, for example, in the warehouse, right? And maybe like as soon as you're dead, like you could borrow the e-handbook, right? You could borrow the e-handbook, in which case you could like set it up. But that's kind of a crazy, you know, there's like a switcheroo, right? Now, Leon's e-handbook is quote unquote broken. Monokuma claims it's not, but like nobody could turn it on. So that means the only e-hand, so whoever killed Chihiro had access to both locker rooms, correct? Like they could get into one, they could get into the other, assuming that, you know. So that's my read on the situation, that whoever the murderer was, they had access to both of them, which means if you look at the handbooks that you could borrow, there's 2 girls and 1 guy, but the guy's handbook is quote unquote broken. So that means if you have to have both and the dude's is broken that you could borrow, then it has to be a dude, a guy, a boy's handbook plus borrowing one of the other ones. I feel like everything is pointing towards Count Bakula, right? Because of the extension cord was used, but I feel like somebody is trying to frame him. I feel like somebody is basically Hifumi has the death note. Oh, thank you for the spoilers, my brother. So I feel like somebody is trying to frame Bakula. That's my theory. Grace, thank you very much for the super chat. A boy's handy. I can't say that anymore, Grace. I love saying it. Nothing brings me more joy. It's not the first trial, Serena. It's the second one. The first one, I feel like I knew exactly who did it going into it, and I knew how he did it because no spoilers. But okay.
It's the moment you've all been waiting for. The class trial. You remember where to
No need
meet,
to
right?
apologize. I would love to say that word, but I made a promise, an orc's promise not to say it anymore because I don't know. I guess it made him uncomfortable. I will say it for you in private.
Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon.
Who fucking did it? All right, who did it? Bakula seems to think that Genocide Jack did it, but I feel like it's a Genocide Jack copycat because there's no scissors in play, right? And I feel like it might be someone that has incomplete information about the Genocide Jack case, and they know that they're hung up, but they don't know about the scissors or something like that. I don't know. Just for good luck, right? Just take the edge off. Oh, come on! I detect better. I'm a better detective when I have just a little bit to take the fucking... This is bullshit! Just a little gambling? Everyone is ready to... What? Am I blind or are we missing someone?
Yo.
Yeah, Toko's not here.
Huh?
And Toko is. He doesn't know.
Huh?
You really don't remember? Oh boy.
Come on.
How could I forget that little nut job? She's a crucial part of the class trial this time.
What are you gonna do?
Okie dokie, I'll just go ahead and drag her out here kicking and screaming. One moment. I don't think it was Toko. I feel like the game is trying to make us think that Toko is Genocide Jack because of the fact that Genocide Jack seems to have split personality. He's a student. And she has like a cum brain mode. If you show her blood, she passes out, and when she wakes up, she's like a cum brain. And then she was talking to Bakula about like, oh, I promise I won't let him take control, or some shit like that. I feel like she has been gaslit into thinking that she's Genocide Jack, but she's not. I feel like she's been gaslit. A what? You didn't see her cum brain mode? Sushi, you gotta. The real question is who came in her brain? She came in her own brain. That's the concept of a cum brain, right? I told him I didn't want to, but he forced me. I can't believe you would drag a girl around. Terrible. You're terrible. What's with their big honking yaoi hands?
Phew.
Everyone's here, right? Okay. Hustle into the elevator and let's get this show on the road.
Let's go.
I don't think it was Count Bakula. I don't think it was Toko. Chihiro Fujisaki. She was so gentle, calm, and meek. Nobody had any problems with her. It was a brutal murder. She's got a crazy skirt, too. It looks like an upside-down bowl. Like a candy dish. If it's Taka, I'm gonna quit the game. Can we make a promise here? I know he cheated on me, but I love him with all my heart. And if it's Taka, this is the end. I just quit. Okay? I bet you it's this motherfucker. I bet you it's the guy with the big hair. The fortune teller? I don't know what the fuck his name is. It's the fortune teller. I bet you it's the fortune teller. It's you. Yasuhiro Hagakure, if that's your real fucking name, is you. You're the one that did it. Why? Why though? How could you do such a thing? I don't think it was Sakura. I will uncover the villain who performed. Yeah. I don't think it was Sakura. If it's you, was it you?
Count on it.
I feel like the reason why they did it was because of the secret, right?
Shall we go?
Who has a secret? Was it you, Hifumi?
Very sad.
Miss Fujisaki, I must admit, for being 3D, she was quite remarkable. Of course, just the idea of 3D makes me cringe. It's pretty good.
Hey, come on.
Fucking Toko, man. What's got her so worked up? Okay. There's something odd about Toko's behavior. I do not think mere shock is enough to explain it. Ice cream girl. I guess I wasn't much help on this one. Bakula. I gave you plenty to work with. Show us how far logic can take you. I am the most logical orc you'll ever find. But that also puts me, you know... It also puts me in the bottom 5% for, you know, for humies. So, I do not trust Bakula. I do think... Alright, Shrimp. I think all signs are pointing towards Bakula because of the extension cable, the fact that the killer knew about the Genocide Jack case, the fact that the killer had to be a dude, unless there's like a crazy plot twist where Chihiro was killed outside of the locker rooms and then like moved in, and then there was a switcheroo to try to convince us that she was killed in the boys' locker room, right? I think it's somebody tried to frame him, and I feel like it's this guy right here. This big-haired motherfucker right here. What's his name? Hiro? I think it was this dude. If she was killed outside of the locker rooms and she was put in the locker rooms to make it look like a guy did it, then I think it was this one right here. The United States of drill hair. So lock it in, fellas. If switcheroo, if not switcheroo, if not locker room, trying to convince us that it was a dude, this one right here. If it was in the locker rooms and it was just switched between the boys and girls, it was this guy right here. Jam, thank you for joining membership. Much appreciated. Kale, thank you very much for the super chat. Smart orc, dumb human, tallest of the dwarves. Exactly. Ved, you're always exactly on time. We're jumping in. Let's do this.
It's true.
I had another theory. Are you ready for my final crackpot theory? I had a final crackpot theory. Don, what up? Gambling girl would never do anything bad? I don't know, man. Okay. I think it later ended up being like an urban myth. But when I was growing up, all the kids would tell each other, if you bedwet after you're 10, that's like an indicator that you're a sociopath or something. And Makoto Naegi wet his bed until the 5th grade. That was his like embarrassing secret, right? Crackpot theory. Makoto Naegi is a sociopath, an unreliable narrator, and he is also Genocide Jack. Lock it in. Lock it in. Makoto Naegi is a psychopath, and he is also Genocide Jack. Unreliable narrator. As soon as everyone was on, elevator began to descend. Couldn't get a handle on my emotion. Couldn't stop speculating. He's literally me for real, for real. We got this. He's getting a heart boner. Okay. Till finally. What do you think? I redecorated. Is this so fresh? Is this so exciting? Don't waste our time with stupid questions. Let's just get this over with. Okay. Dutch Chairman, thank you very much for the super chat. Hey, Randon, do you think any of the characters will go all grippy socks crazy over boy smell? Probably Toko, but only Bacula boy smell. Final answer, lock it in. Highly flammable man, thank you very much for the super chat. Business orc tax, I cannot weigh in as I have not gone through this game twice. I've gone through this game twice. I will say that my favorite girl is Toko. I mean, of course, Sakura, but that goes without saying. I think all the characters are really good. I'm kind of coming around to the baseball dude, too. The more I think about it, the more I think every character is fucking batshit crazy, which is, I'm all about that.
Very nice.
I don't hate it, not at all.
Well, thrills, chills, kills.
We're in. Deadly judgment, deadly deception, a deadly betrayal. Deadly riddle, deadly defense, deadly faith, deadly class trial. Yeah, sure. Set skills. Increases the influence gauge by 2. Effective during class trial cost. You know what? Yeah, let's do it. Melodious voice. Okay. Increases bullet capacity. I only have one. I have so many fucking points. Oh, man. I have 5 extra points. Uh-oh. Did I fuck up? You look like you fucked up. Uh-oh. Ooh. Oh, boy. Open my e-handy. Oh, handbook. Let's read all of our stuff. 2 a.m. Blow to the head. Blunt object. Killed instantly. Yo, Flippy, welcome back. Right place, right time, let's go. I fucking love this game, dude. Have you played this game before? Kind of like it. I completely missed the train. Chihiro, yeah. stated that she desired help. I think the part with the United States of drill hair, I don't know. The part with the United States of drill hair meeting Chihiro and Chihiro is hiding a blue track jersey. Is that the the swimmer girl, ice cream girl is wearing a red track jersey, right? You know? There's something there. She may have been meeting someone in the locker room the night she was murdered. Significant amount of blood on it. This might also be a misdirect if it was like arranged afterwards. Inferiority complex about she admires strength more than anything else. Okay. For two people to enter at the same time. It is not possible for two people to enter at the same time, but a corpse is not a person. So that doesn't give me too much information. It still might be completely staged. Like she might have been killed in the warehouse and dragged into the locker room. Or she went in alive with another person who killed her. We'll figure it out. The handbook of each student that has died, yeah. Which I think is bullshit because I've looked at the, you know, which is apparently a rare occurrence. Junko and Sayaka's handbooks both seem to work. The broken handbook is Leon's. Wait, it might be, hold on. What if the murderer took Leon's handbook and the broken one is Chihiro's? What if the murderer took... Because Chihiro's handbook is missing, right? What if the broken one is Chihiro's and the killer took... The killer is in possession of Leon's. So it might be a girl. Oh, shit. I have no idea who the fuck did it. I don't even know. However, Monokuma claims it's very unlikely that Leon's handbook would have been broken. Genocide Jack, Ken Hirata, Tetsuhiro Honda, Shoji Gaku. The word bloodlust. Okay. Killer was likely a student suffering from a split personality. Okay. Chihiro seems to have consciously kept her different distance from the other girls of the school, even from the beginning. It had been noticed that she had gotten along remarkably well with her male classmates. Okay. I thought this was, you know, a protein shake shit when you're squatting, but this was Sakura spilling a protein shake. Somebody switched the posters around. Oh. Chihiro's e-handed book was not found on her corpse. It is currently gone missing. That might be the broken one. Ah, shit, man. So the way that she was bound indicates that the person understood the Genocide Jack case. Was bound with an extension cable who Count Bakula was seen with last. The person is trying to frame, who the killer is trying to frame Bakula. Stuffing blue exercise clothes into a duffel bag. Clothes were not seen at the crime scene. Celeste has not told anyone other than Makoto about this encounter. Okay. What the fuck is going on? Okay. Well, hold on a second. Truth bullet. President. Ooh. Port card. He weighs 115 pounds soaking wet. Ultimate moral compass. Count Bacula. He's 6 foot 1 inches. He weighs 150 pounds. He's fucking Slenderman. Bro, we have a legitimate Slenderman here. Not only is he tall, he weighs 150 pounds and he's 6 foot 1. He's a fucking Slenderman. Count Bacula. Mondo only weighs 168 pounds. What? That's crazy. That's what? Hifumi weighs 300. He's taking all their pounds. This is where Hifumi, you give Bacula back his 30 pounds and you give Mondo back his 80 pounds. What is wrong with you, dude? Why are you bogarting all the pounds, you asshole? This is crazy. He's bogarting all their pounds. 6 foot, 158. I feel like it's this dude. Access P. All right, we're going in. Regulations. Maximum 2 people. Okay. All right, let's go.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Okay, then. So, first off, let's talk about the murder
He's getting
weapon.
plapped! Oh, it's the return of the plappage. They didn't fix this. No! No, I remember it's all flooding back. Oh, shit. It's not a glitch. First, we have to make clear what was used to deliver the fatal blow. The Hitachi magic flail.
Chihiro's fatal injury. It appears it was a head wound.
According to the Monokuma file, the killer used a blunt instrument. But what kind of blunt instrument could it have been?
Shoot!
What? Oh, it's a contradiction. Okay, I forgot.
Chihiro's fatal injury. It appears it was a head wound.
Head wound?
According to the Monokuma file, the killer used a blunt instrument. But what kind of blunt instrument could it have been?
I bet it was an iron pipe.
Boom.
Interesting.
What? There's a
That
delay!
certainly would make for a powerful weapon.
There's a delay! Hey, bring back hit scan! Bring back hit scan. This is
Chihiro's
bullshit.
fatal injury.
All right, it was definitely.
It appears it was a head wound.
According to the Monokuma file, the killer used a blunt instrument. But what kind of blunt instrument could it have been?
I bet it was an iron pipe.
Interesting.
What the?
That certainly would make.
How do I fucking? Am I fucking crazy?
Chihiro's fatal injury. It appears it was a head wound.
According to the Monokuma file, the killer used a blunt instrument. But what kind of blunt instrument could it have been?
I bet it was an iron pipe.
There we go. Finally.
No, that's wrong. Can we agree that the object that dealt the fatal blow was the dumbbell, found at the scene of the crime? It was covered in blood, and there was nothing else at the scene that could have caused that kind of injury.
And the wound on the victim's head is consistent with the shape of the dumbbell.
Okay.
As far as I'm concerned, there's no mistake and no room for doubt on this one.
Okay.
You looked at her head wound?
Why are you so pressed?
Yay! That's so
Get
creepy!
plapped, Hifumi. Get fucking plapped, bro. All right. The butt head is growing on me. Fed-chan is kind of cute. I could get used to the butt head.
If you don't mind, I will proceed from here. Let's move on to discussion of the culprit.
Okay.
Although, I believe the criminal behind this heinous act is already quite clear.
What? For real?
Chihiro's killer is the fiendish serial killer, Genocide Jack.
Absolutely. Lines of white noise will appear to disrupt your reactions. Truth bullets will disappear if they hit these lines, so think of them as obstacles. Okay. But there's a way to keep this white noise from getting in your way. Press the white noise mouse button, right mouse button to attach the silencer. Which you can use to shut down the white noise, shoot down the white noise. Excuse me. Oh, but if your action difficulty is such gentle, the white noise won't appear at all. Okay. Good luck and have fun. Genocide Jack case file.
The culprit is Genocide Jack. I'm sure of it. Case closed, as far as I'm concerned.
But that's impossible!
Why? What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean, come on! There's just no proof for it.
Oh,
Hey,
damn it.
So, speaking of Genocide Jack,
Okay.
I don't know
see.
who that is.
I see. I understand.
The culprit is Genocide Jack. I'm sure of it. Case closed, as far as I'm concerned.
But that's impossible!
Why? What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean, come on! There's just no proof for it.
What?
Hey, so speaking of
Hate
Genocide
that.
Jack, I don't know who that is.
Get blocked. Okay. Got it.
The culprit is Genocide Jack. I'm sure of it. Case closed, as far as I'm concerned.
Why is this his skin?
That's impossible.
This one is his
Why?
skin. I hate it.
What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean, come on. There's just no proof for it.
No, that's wrong.
Shut up, ice cream head!
I might know one reason he could be involved.
What?
What?
I found this file while I was looking around the archive in the library.
Okay.
I guess it's some kind of confidential file the police put together about the Genocide Jack case.
What? That's kind of weird as shit, isn't it? What was something like that doing in the library?
The why of it is probably more trouble than it's worth, so let's forget about that for now. More importantly, it outlines all the specifics of every Genocide Jack case in exceeding detail.
Okay.
According to the file, there appear to be two defining characteristics in every Genocide Jack case.
The way that they were posed, and then also the scissors. But the lack of scissors implies that it's not the real one.
The first is that a bloody message is found written
What
at
about the
scene of
scissors,
every
Bacula?
Oh, that's right.
Plap, 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 plap.
Lust.
Boob lust.
No. It's actually bloodlust.
But more important is the other characteristic, and it's something that has never been made public.
Never made public? What the hell is it?
Why don't you tell them, Makoto?
I got it!
I got it!
Apparently, in every Genocide Jack case, the killer suspends the body in a certain way. Other than the killer, the only people who know about this are the higher-ups in the police department.
However, Chihiro was most definitely suspended in the same way. So,
It's
how
the
did the
scissors,
culprit know
though.
about this when only high-level police officials were aware of it? There's only one logical answer I can think of.
If she was killed with the dumbbell, that looks like a heavy dumbbell. That looks like a 60, 70 pound dumbbell. I don't even think I could quickly kill someone with something like that. Huh. Look how thick it is. Look how thicky this thing is. Look at the dumbbell.
It's because the culprit in this case is the real Genocide Jack.
I don't think it's made to scale. Oh.
No fucking way!
You're saying Genocide Jack is one of us?
Yes, in fact, it's Toko.
What?
What?
Genocide Jack's true identity is Toko Fukawa.
You lie!
What? Hey, okay, wait, hold on a sec. Toko has, like, bloodophobia or whatever, remember? What kind of serial killer is afraid of blood?
I believe that's called homophobia, Hina. Aoi. Davina, thank you very much for the super chat. Thank you for this lore drop. Bacula, my king.
Is Toko Genocide Jack? The answer is yes and no.
Another riddle. Man, why is this gotta be so complicated?
Yeah. Hangman's Gambit. What? What? Wait. I don't know what word it is. Hold on, let me think. What word is it? H-I? This shows us that Toko is Genocide Jack. Huh. See? I honestly don't know. I don't know. R? H? I don't know. Z? Shoot everything? H? T? T? Oh, you can't press the red ones. Okay. I understand. I literally don't know. I don't know, man. What? Oh, I see. Got it.
Now I understand. Is it because Genocide Jack has a split personality?
Everybody calm the fuck down. I can disprove this easily. I can disprove this. Toko is innocent. Everybody calm the fuck down. Toko, my child. I know it's not you. You're not schizo, right? You've never been on 4chan, right? She starts sweating bullets, right? It's like, ah, shit. It was her. All right, everybody kill her.
Huh?
We have to kill her.
I think I read that somewhere in the file, too. They thought that the suspect might have, what did they call it? Dissociative identity disorder.
Okay.
Oh, okay. But still, to go and say that about Miss Fukawa is...
Perfectly acceptable.
Shut up, Slenderman!
Toko's strange behavior after seeing the body is proof enough that she has a split personality.
Okay. One thing that shows Toko could have a split personality has to do with her behavior. Her behavior changed. She arrived late. I mean, her behavior changed, like, radically.
You're talking about how she started acting totally different than usual, right?
Hey, Grace, thank you for Super Chat. Makoto is the definition of a cherry boy, is he? What if he's Genocide Jack, though?
That's right. Think back. She fainted when she saw Chihiro's corpse, and then, when she woke up...
Look at it! Everybody calm the fuck down and look at this face. Tell me that's not cum brain. Tell me that's not what you look like after an 8-hour sesh. Tell me, you look at me in the fucking eyes and tell me that's not cum brain. Barry, look at that fucking face. You tell me that's not cum brain. An 8-hour gooning sesh. Yeah. You ever goon for 8 hours? That's what you look like afterwards. I can fix your kill. Thank you for the super chat. You tell me that's not a cum brain look. I'm too old. She looks high on boy smell. This is crazy. I'm fine. Whoa, is that a dead body? Hey, are you dead? This is crazy, man. Those are the first words I heard when I got here. Ignore me. Ignore me. Hey, shit thinks. The world has a front and a back, a top inning and a bottom, a sea of truth and a web of lies. I mean, this entire thing is like Gooner poetry, right? You can't tell me this is not Gooner poetry. The world has a front and a back, you know? Right? A top and a bottom. Okay, all right. A sea of truth and a web of lies. It's pretty Gooner poetry, right? This is getting worse. All right, fine. This is quite concerning. I mean, she sounds completely different.
She was acting funny, that's for sure. That melancholy tone of hers completely disappeared.
Don't go assigning adjectives to my tone without permission.
Not to mention, once she regained consciousness and saw Chihiro's body again, she was utterly calm.
Kenshin time poetry.
In other words, within her is one personality that can't handle blood, and one that obviously can.
So when Toko trapped herself in her room, it's because she was scared of Genocide Jack?
Okay. I won't let yeah, this is the... I feel like she's been gaslit into thinking that she's Genocide Jack. Was it Bacula? Are we gonna have to kill him? I'll drive out the killer, drive out the murderous fiend.
The reason she locked herself in her room wasn't to keep other people from getting in. It was to keep her other personality from getting out.
Okay.
What?
Toko was afraid. Afraid of the murderous fiend inside of her. Of killing even more people.
How? Yeah. How can you know all this?
I do believe you misunderstood her. What she's trying to say isn't, how can you know all this? No. What she wants to know is, how could you tell them?
Huh?
Huh?
Last night, just before Monokuma gave his motive speech, Toko and I had a strange conversation.
Okay.
She told me a most interesting story. She said a murderous fiend lived within her, and she was afraid it could appear and attack at any time.
I'm not a fan of Backshotgula. Yeah. Yeah.
And that trepidation is what's caused her to have such a bleak attitude. Isn't that right, Toko?
Are you the killer because of the extension cord? I feel like it's too obvious.
This is all a lie. Right, Toko? You said you wouldn't tell anyone. What? You promised! I can't believe you lied!
You have only yourself to blame. You came to me with your tragic little story. I didn't ask you to. This is the real world, not some romantic fantasy fairy tale.
Okay. Okay.
Besides, you broke your promise first. You said that as long as you were here, no matter what, you wouldn't let Genocide Jack kill anyone.
Okay.
But in spite of that promise,
I'm sorry I couldn't keep our promise. But don't worry, never again. I won't let Genocide Jack have control ever again.
You said if I kept my promise, you would go out with me.
It's so sad. It's very sad, but I can't help but laugh. It's so ridiculous, right? I can't. I can't. What the fuck?
That's the only reason I promised.
how many times do I have to tell you? I never said that, but you weren't able to do it. You just couldn't resist that rush you got from killing, could you?
It probably was Bacula. All evidence points to Bacula.
I tried. I swear I tried to control it, but...
But your efforts were useless. What a disappointment.
His knowledge of the case, right? The extension cord, the fact that it was probably a guy that did it. How and why did he lure out Chihiro? His beautiful blue eyes. Get out of here, man.
I hate you.
Oh, she's like Golem.
Well, the opening act is nearly finished. All that's left is to hear from the person in question directly.
The person? You don't mean...
What?
Hello there! Is it me you were hoping to see?
What the fuck? Oh my god! What the fuck are we looking at? Don, thank you very much for the super chat. Chihiro died for this toxic head slop. This is fucking crazy. Me when I'm asking for the digits, right? What the hell? What is wrong with this person? Best girl has appeared? I don't even know, man. This is crazy.
Yes! What the heck?
Oh, thank you for the super chat. I can still fix her? That's crazy, man.
So you figured it out, huh? Well, whatever. What are you gonna do?
What the fuck?
I'm the ultimate murderous fiend, Genocide Jack! Or better yet, let's go with Genocide Jill!
What?
What the fuck is this?
Toko, what happened to you?
Not Toko, that's a loser name, and what happened is a textbook split personality! So what if one of them happens to be a serial killer? You should turn a blind eye to one's faults.
She looks like a fucking... I can't even begin to describe... She looks like a One Piece character. She looks like the One Piece character that would be, you know, matched up against Usopp. Like the lowest tier villain in an arc. This is fucking crazy, dude. What the fuck?
She's so intense.
Like they say, sound in murderous mind, sound in murderous body.
This one is so different from the one we've come to know.
Yes, well, the world is composed of a front and a back, you know. Just like how every inning has a top and a bottom, or how in the depths of every truth lives a little lie. Behind every dark and gloomy soul lives another that shines as bright as the sun!
I can kind of respect this. I feel like when I used to work an office job, everybody thought I was Toko, but I was actually Genocide Jill. Like, this is my true, this is who I truly am, which is closer to my stream. Like, when I stream, you see this, right? When I stream, you see this fucking crazy bullshit, right? But when I used to work an office job, they saw Toko. Like a weirdo. She gives me hope. Randon, aka Genocide Jack off? Yeah. Yeah. This is beyond insane.
Miss Jack, Jill, can I ask you a question?
What's up?
It's just, this fucking game is so fucking crazy.
Some of us think you might be the mastermind behind our entire situation. What
Yeah.
are your thoughts on that?
Are you Monokuma?
Well, I'll tell you, I am the mastermind of all masterminds! Just kidding!
Then it's not true?
Of course it's not true. How dare you try to link me to that creepazoid? And another thing, the police and government and society in the outside world are totally powerless. I mean, they just let this idiotic, bloodthirsty maniac go buck wild all over town.
Buck wild! I use that word. I use that phrase all the time. It's usually related to food. You go buck wild over these pancakes. You know?
Sure, I'm a bloodthirsty maniac, but life is pain, right? To live is to hurt other people. It's a necessary evil if you want to survive. The act of living itself causes pain for everyone. Just kidding again!
She's fucking crazy,
This
dude.
should be enough to convince you. This murderous fiend
It was
is
you,
responsible for
Black
Chihiro's
Bacula.
death.
It was you, Bacula. You're trying to escape and get us all killed.
There's clearly a motive, so there should be no doubt.
A motive?
Remember what Monokuma told us? If someone didn't murder and graduate within 24 hours, an embarrassing memory or secret would be revealed. Well, let's assume that Toko's secret was about Genocide Jack.
Okay.
If a secret like that came to light, Toko's life would have undoubtedly been forever ruined. So she had a very clear motive to never have that side of herself exposed.
Dutch Chairman, thank you very much for the super chat. She huffed too much boy smell. This is her ODing. Shh. You never OD on boy smell. Take it from me, Randon Nuring. Controlled microdoses of boy smell. That's the way to live. You live or die by the microdoses, okay?
Interesting. Very, very, very interesting.
Counterpoint! I'll kill you! Right?
But sorry, as much as I hate to admit it, I'm not the
Oh, okay.
culprit.
Huh? But I cannot imagine anyone other than you could murder someone in such a bizarre fashion.
Maybe so, but nevertheless, it's the truth.
Okay. Okay.
Do you really expect any of us to believe you?
Me and my boy Kyo believe her. He can fix her.
Yeah, I could never believe a word you say, you monster.
Kyo, you believe her, right? I'm in. I'm the ultimate wingman. Get in there, Kyo. Maybe she's totally right about that, but something's still bothering me. Yo, Hisoka. Thank you very much for the raid. Status of the dead body. Okay.
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone.
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Perhaps if you had an alibi, that would change things.
Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking.
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely. What more proof?
Oh, I
do we
missed
need?
it! It's the scissors.
Give it up. You killed her.
You're the one that you're framing her, you little...
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone.
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Perhaps if you had an alibi, that would change things.
Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking.
Why is this one hit
When you
skin?
compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely.
There we go.
No, that's wrong.
Did it say... Did it say that?
Are the methods of murder really exactly the same? I'm not so sure about that.
You know when he says no, that's wrong? I see the C word and it's like, oh shit, is he Australian? Oh no, his ass can't read. I swear to God and Satan, Hawks, I see the C word and it's like, uh-oh. Yo, you can't say that if you're not Australian. Oh, it says counter. It says counter. I read the other, I was like, uh-oh. Anyway. Hold it!
I think there's a slight difference between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
Okay.
Huh? How's it any different?
It's the scissors.
Oh, you don't know? Well then, human garbage, let me tell you! I murder with passion and conviction. I consider myself a professional, and I have a very particular way of doing things. Imagine you go to a fancy Italian restaurant. They're
Olive
very picky
Garden.
about the noodles, the sauce, everything.
Olive Garden is very picky about the noodles and the sauce and everything. Everybody's gonna yell at me for loving Olive Garden.
But what happened to Chihiro? It'd be like if that same Italian restaurant started using ragu or Chef Boyardee.
Olive Garden would never do that. I'm shaking right now. I'm literally shaking right now. Olive Garden would never use ragu or Chef Boyardee.
This is no creation of mine.
You are the Olive Garden of serial killers, Genocide Jill.
Let me rephrase that in a way that maybe makes more sense.
I go to Olive Garden for the ultimate combo. The tour of Italy? I love the tour of Italy. My boy Boyardee.
There are two clear differences between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
Yeah. The victim's fatal
I got it!
injury.
For one, the cause of death is different. In the Genocide Jack murders, all the victims were killed the same way. According to the case file, they were all
Wait a
apparently
second,
killed with
Axel. Wait a
a
fucking
pair of
second.
scissors.
Chef Boyardee exists in Danganronpa. What? Do the Keebler elves exist as well? I have beef against the Keebler elves. Davina, thank you very much for the super chat. I support you and your Olive Garden love.
But Chihiro died from a blow to the head, right?
Ah, yes. That is remarkably different from the other murders.
Okay.
Wouldn't it be strange for someone who kills the same way without fail to suddenly change their method? And there's more. One more conflicting detail.
Tell me more.
That That's right! In my recipe of murder, if the bloody message is the tortellini, then the arrangement of the body would be the pesto sauce!
What the fuck is wrong with this person? Look at the expression. This is crazy, dude.
Could you please stop comparing killing people to cooking?
He's not beating the elf racism allegations. Look, man. Look. I don't have beef with the elves. The elves have beef with me. I'm just a simple, you know, creature. I just want to work and enjoy my dojins in peace, you know? Did you step on an elf? I don't know, man. Tell that to the Keebler. I don't hate the Keebler brothers because they're elves. That's not why I hate them. I think their cookies are mid. There, I said it. I bit into a Keebler cookie thinking that it was a knockoff. You know the Girl Scout cookies with the coconut and the you know, the chocolate? I bit into a Keebler cookie. It's like, oh, it's a knockoff Samoa, right? I bit into it and it's not the same. It's just like it's like a shortbread cookie with chocolate stripes, and it made me so fucking angry. I've never been more angry. In my entire life, I was so enraged that I spent like $4 on a, you know. I just left an insane accounting meeting and hovered over the thumbnail for this stream to see my favorite genocider. Thanks for the content. Yo, Saku, thank you very much for the super chat. Put the insane accounting meeting behind you. Let the bean counters count their beans until they die. Okay.
So, are you saying the other difference has to do with how the body was arranged?
The elves just want your beef. They're not gonna get my beef. I'm an honorable wizard elf. And I will remain such until I die. No more accounting, more dangle romper. Exactly. How she was suspended? Stabbed through their hands? What was used to suspend her?
I got it!
I got it!
Do you remember what the killer used to suspend her?
Extension
They
cable.
used some kind of rope to hang her up by her wrists.
Yeah.
What is your point?
Well, in all the previous Genocide Jack cases, something else was used to suspend them. Specifically, pairs of razor-sharp scissors.
Yeah.
And guess what? I used my own specially designed scissors for the murders and the arrangement. Like I said, I'm a professional, so naturally I'm very picky about the tools I use.
This is crazy, man.
And you know what else? Big Mac said there's 2 differences, but he's wrong.
Who's Big Mac? Are you calling me Big Mac? I'll kill you! I'm just kidding. You can call me Big Mac. I don't care.
Big Mac? Are you referring to me?
Listen up, Big Mac. There's actually one more difference.
Huh?
My word, you really didn't notice? Take a look at who the victims were in each Genocide Jack case. There's a pattern there, just waiting to be discovered.
A pattern?
Figure that out, and it'll be plain as death why I couldn't have possibly killed that little lolly girl.
Whoa! There's a pattern. You'll notice.
I got it!
I got it!
Is it because Chihiro was a girl?
Bingo! Bullseye! Right on the money!
What are you talking about?
In all the Genocide Jack cases, all the victims had something in common.
Listen, man, I'm not Japanese. Listen, Listen. Kano, I don't know, you know? Ken, Tetsuhiro, Shoji, Kano, Takeshi, Ken, Tetsuhiro. Yeah. Shoji, Kano, I can't fucking tell. Those are male sun names, you can kind of tell. Kano could be, you know. Why are you pretending you're not a weeb? You know these names? Kano, I legitimately don't know. Kano, I feel like could be like anything, right?
They were all guys?
Okay.
That's right! The people I kill with such passion and conviction are all adorable little men! I can't believe I said it! I'm so embarrassed!
The hell is wrong with you?
The hell is wrong with you?
I can't help it! I'm just a full-throttle boy-on-boy fangirl, and the mopey side of me just hates it.
This is crazy, man.
But now I'm on the fast track to becoming a full-fledged fan madam!
So since Chihiro was a girl and not an adorable little man, you wouldn't kill her?
Would an Italian chef suddenly start making ramen just because they're both noodles? Don't be stupid.
What?
I have too much passion and conviction to cross that line. That's the absolute reality of the one and only.
This is crazy, man.
We get it. You've clearly explained your hobby and your philosophy. But that's not all there is to it. It's a different matter entirely, when you're forced to kill in order to survive.
Quiet, lowly cur!
She literally silence thought him.
Lowly.
All right, I like her. I like her. All right. We're team Jill now.
I would never kill for a reason as petty as mere survival. And if by some fluke I did kill to survive, why would I bother with the message and arrangement? It'd make me the obvious suspect!
That does make some amount of sense.
Yeah.
Plus, whatever reason I have for killing, I would never leave out my prized scissors!
So you have scissors?
Who would go out of their way to use a big, stupid, heavy dumbbell?
Do you have scissors on you right now?
Maybe you used the dumbbell because you couldn't find any scissors in the school.
Did I give her I gave somebody scissors. No, it was a dead one. I gave Junko scissors. Never mind.
Any scissors? I don't just use any scissors. I only use my own set of high-class envy of the entire world scissors!
Okay, whatever. There still aren't any in the school.
Are you sure about
Oh
that?
no, she's gonna kill us all. She's gonna kill us all! Oh, Jesus Christ! Oh no, she's Kotomi ni Kirei! Oh, Jesus Christ! Oh, fuck! Oh, shit. This is not good.
She's fully equipped.
She's fully equipped. Mobius, thank you for being a member for 19 months. Yorokobe shonen. Kimi no negai wa kanaru. Something like that. I don't know. I don't remember the rest of it. Where's the next Hifumi? I don't know. Bilingual king. How do you know it? I love the... All right. I might say something that'll make people sad because they like it. I don't like Fate Grand Order that much. Because I really liked Fate. I played the fan translation a long time ago, and I liked it. And then Grand Order came out, and they're adding a bunch of crazy shit to it, and it's just like, ah, man. I miss the, you know? He's a purist? I don't know.
That's right! So I can kill anywhere, anytime!
She's fucking crazy, dude.
Why would I resort to dumbbells or rope when I have my trusty scissors by my side?
Why did Monokuma not take those away from her? Monokuma, what the fuck is your problem, man? Oh my god.
Go ahead, tell me I'm wrong. You can't, can you? Gutter dogs, all of you. Not to mention, I have no clue how to tie a good knot. So rope's totally out of the
question anyway. I like this one. Saku, thank you very much for the super chat. Base take day one JP FGO player. I don't think that FGO in a vacuum is a bad game. It just makes me sad that there's something that I used to really love, and it was a big part of, it was the fandom that I was most into for like 3.5 years, right? 2 to 3 years. And then this wildly popular thing that was attached to it, this game was attached to it, and it like fucking took off, right? And now very few people, I would say every Fate Stay Night fan, if you have one Fate Stay Night fan, there's 10 FGO fans that have never played Fate Stay Night, and it just makes me it makes me sad, you know? That's all. I'm not saying FGO is a bad game, I'm just saying I don't... Anyway. I also am not a very big fan of there to be like 20 different versions of Saber. It's like, come on, man. I was okay with furry Saber, like Saber Lion. Go! Like, I just, you know. It's okay, dude. Your dislikes are valid. Fair enough. Anyways. Rope's totally out of question.
I have no idea what's going on anymore. Could such a heinous villain really be innocent?
But the body really was suspended, right? And nobody but the police knew about that.
Yeah. That's why we figured it had to be the real deal and not some copycat killer or whatever.
Yeah, Count Bacula knew. There is one other person who knew. Where are you? Where are you, Bacula?
Here's my answer. Byakuya, it's possible you could have found out, isn't it?
Yenwei, thank you very much for the super chat. Confiscate these orcs mollusks? No! No! I know exactly what you're talking about. Nasu, learn how to write a sex scene, you freak. Stop going to the Tsukiji fish market and trying to get inspiration for your sex scenes, you freaking weirdo. This chair. Anyways.
You'd have no problem gaining access to classified government documents or internal police records. Plus, you'd already looked through the Genocide Jack file before this all happened.
I'm having fun. I like hanging out with you guys. I guess you guys are understanding when I have bad takes, like I don't care for FGO, which is a nuclear bad take. If you're in the weed community, that's not a good take to have. You guys roll with it, and even the people that like it are like, yeah, that's fine, old man. Oh, Randon, he's just a crazy old man. It doesn't matter. Dot.
Are you saying Mr. Togami did it?
Then, the reason he pushed the theory of Genocide Jack being the killer so hard was because he wanted to pin the crime on her.
I still think it was you, United States of Drill Hair.
So, he rearranged changed the scene to disguise it and make it look like I put my stamp on it. The adorable glasses man was behind it all. Oh,
Holy shit! Holy shit! Look at her fucking face. She's gonna freaking coom! Everybody! Clear the runway! Everybody clear the runway!
Well, Byakuya, what's your response?
I see. So now the suspicion falls on me. Then I must ask, when would you say I began acting suspicious? Surely you must have an answer.
Looking back and thinking about it now, the way you were acting right before we discovered the body was a little strange.
Locker rooms? Very suspicious indeed, wouldn't you agree? Suspicious?
You wanted to go to the girls' locker room right away, right? But since you're a guy...
I should have naturally thought of the boys' locker room first. Is that what you want to say?
I mean, he's just a pervert, right?
The victim was Chihiro, a girl. Hence why I said we should check the girls' locker room.
Nothing strange about that, I'd say.
On the contrary, there's something very strange.
How did he know it was Chihiro?
Okay then, what's so strange about it? Go ahead, share with the rest of the class.
Sure. Truth flashback. If you aim at a weak spot and hold down the left mouse button, then you'll memorize that weak spot. This means this memorized phrase can only be shot once as a single truth bullet. If you shoot or change the truth bullet, it will disappear from your truth cylinder. However, you can use this flashback feature as many times as you want. If you don't seem to have the answer to a lie or a contradiction in your loaded truth bullets, it might be wise to memorize a different weak spot and use that to make your... What the fuck? Well, you'll just have to use your key. I'm fucked! I'm absolutely fucked! It's fucking over! This game is biased against orcs. It's fucking over! Shut it fucking down! I'm dead! I have to use my keen wits? What the fuck? Oh, shit. All right, let's give it the old college try. Keen wits in the room with us. In this case, though, I will say that if you don't use the flashback, you won't be refuting anything. Well, then good luck and have fun. Okay.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body.
Yeah.
But he was acting weird... how?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room,
Ew.
You absolutely take it.
Ew.
That's a natural reaction for any guy.
Ew.
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl. So of course I would suggest we check the girls' locker room first. There was no time for pointless distractions.
Okay.
What's so strange about that?
I wish you'd taken me with you.
I don't understand how to use this thing. Because it doesn't make sense how he could have known before we even found it. Okay, I need to make that contradiction clear.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird... how?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room,
you absolutely take it. That's a natural reaction for any guy.
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl.
No, that's wrong.
Do you see what I'm talking about? It looks like a C word, man!
I'll tell you what's so strange about that. Because up until we actually discovered the body, we couldn't have known who the victim was. So your claim that you went to the girls' locker room first because Chihiro was the victim doesn't hold up.
I see. That's a good answer, I must admit. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. But your reasoning is still too weak.
Huh?
What's wrong? Is that it? Surely you've got more than that. Go ahead. Show us.
What's with Byakuya's attitude? Just like he doesn't even care.
What's the matter? You're not finished already, are you? There must be more to it.
There is. I think.
There is more to it. Think about it.
Yeah, butt-fed.
We just talked about the differences between this case and past Genocide Jack incidents. The proof you're looking for is hidden in there.
Oh? Proof that I'm the culprit, you mean?
The difference between this case and the other Genocide Jack murders? Evidence that proves Byakuya is responsible is hidden in there? What could it be? Library desk lamp? Can I change the bullets? I don't remember how to change the bullets.
The difference between the cases? You want me to explain it again? When I want to kill, I use my very own special scissors. And I use those same scissors to arrange the body.
But Chihiro was suspended with... It was some kind of rope. Was it not?
That's right! It absolutely was!
Then there must be something very fishy indeed about that rope.
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh?
I'd never seen that rope before in my life.
Bam!
No, that's wrong.
You can't call him that! Makoto, I know he's guilty, but you can't call him that.
I'm pretty sure you have seen it before.
This guy plays Counter-Strike! You're so mean to me!
Because, you see, that rope, or should I say, that extension cord?
What? An extension cord?
Byakuya, you've used the extension cord in the library more than once, haven't you? And the same extension cord that was in the library all this time went missing after the murder. And there's no way someone who uses that extension cord as much as you do wouldn't discover that fact.
Then Byakuya must be the one who took the extension cord. I can't imagine any other possibility.
Oh.
That's really what you think? Then your conclusion is something like this? I killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, then hung her up and wrote that bloody message. I intentionally made it look like Genocide Jack was behind it. Is that about right?
He's doing it again. He's totally calm, unconcerned. As if he's not even involved. Wait, not even involved?
What's wrong? I asked you if you think that's what happened.
Hell yes, that's what happened. So that's it, right? Byakuya's the killer.
I don't disagree with not disagreeing.
Shut up, Jill! You're not helping! Put that fucking tongue away!
He kept calling this a game, right? So he'd be totally willing to do something like this to win.
Alright, everybody calm down.
Sorry, but could we hold on just a second? I think we need to talk about this a little more.
Huh? Do we really need to? We've already decided who did it.
I know, but still, there's something that's still bothering me.
Is that right? And what, pray tell, is still bothering you?
Is this guy prepared to die?
I killed her in the girls' locker room, then disguised my crime. Specifically, I dressed it up to make it look like it was the work of a homicidal psychopath. What about all that bothers you?
Wait. What was that just now? Something's not right. Chihiro's body was definitely found in the girls' locker room, but what does that mean? Does that mean... Can I really just accept that Byakuya said as the truth? No, I don't think so. There's definitely something off about what he said. The scene of the crime.
I got it! You say you killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, right?
No. I think she died in the boys' locker room.
But are you sure about that? Isn't it possible that the murder took place somewhere else?
How disappointing. What kind of question is that? Even in the world of disappointments, this is a true letdown. She was found dead in the girls' locker room. There is absolutely no question about that. How could the scene of the crime have been anywhere else?
Well, I think it's entirely possible that she was killed somewhere else, then carried there later.
Yeah.
Along with the rest of the murder scene.
The rest of the murder scene?
Let's plap him. I agree, Martin. We're gonna plap the shit out of this guy.
That was awfully specific. Please tell me you have a reason for saying all of that.
Shut up, Bacula.
I believe I do.
Hey, Bacula, did I just take you off guard? When the story suddenly moved to the crime scene, Bacula, who had been so confident up to now, I feel like Bacula is prepared to be misidentified as the culprit, as the killer. That means he's willing to die? Is this a case of a team up? Like two people are teaming up? And he's willing to die to prevent his embarrassing secret from getting out because it would ruin his family and he cares about his family? Something like that? But then who else could it be? Who's to say? Maybe Bacula never even realized the actual scene of the crime could have been somewhere else.
Hey, don't just move on without permission. What do you mean she was killed somewhere else?
Shut up, homewrecker! Anyways.
Come on, Makoto. If there's any chance the murder took place somewhere else, let's see the proof.
I got it! The proof that she was killed somewhere else is the poster that's hanging in each locker room.
Yeah.
Your proof is some posters?
Yeah!
The poster in the girls' locker room was a picture of a big boobed supermodel. But don't you think that's kind of strange?
No, I don't think that's strange at all.
Why would the girls' locker room have a poster like that?
Because they like the big booba, idiot! Do I have to spell it out for you? They like the big booba!
I bet those massive jugs of hers were totally fake!
Shut up, Jill! You're not helping me out here!
Meanwhile, the boys' locker room had a poster of the super popular boy band Tornado.
They're fucking VTubers! Look at them! They all have different hair color!
Again, that doesn't really seem to belong in a boys' locker room.
So you're saying that maybe the posters were switched?
And there's one other thing I noticed about the locker rooms. You know what I'm talking about, right, Sakura?
You're referring to my protein coffee, aren't you?
Protein. Oh. Protein. Ignore me. I'm being weird. Stop moaning. I'll never stop moaning, Ribians. Oh, protein.
Protein coffee?
Ew! Ew!
While I was in the girls' locker room earlier, I spilled some protein coffee on the carpet. But I noticed that after the murder, the stain had been totally scrubbed away.
No, it's not that the stain was scrubbed away. It was moved.
I got it! The stain on the girls' locker room carpet wasn't scrubbed away. In fact, I found it on the boys' locker room carpet.
That's definitely the stain from my protein coffee.
Then, does that mean that the carpets were switched too?
Collapse the hello.
But why would anyone do that?
To move the murder scene from one locker room to the other. It's certainly plausible, don't you think?
What?
In other words, in order to completely swap the scene of the crime, the bloodstained poster and carpet were moved along with the dead body. By doing this, the killer was able to change the entire room where the murder took place.
Okay.
I can certainly follow your reasoning, but why would the culprit bother doing that?
Huh?
Why would they go to all that trouble of switching the scene of the crime? Actually,
Oh.
an even bigger question. If the murder did take place in the boys' locker room, then how did Chihiro get in the boys' locker room in the first place? To get into the locker rooms, you have to swipe your e-handbook across the card reader device. But Chihiro's handbook should have only allowed her access to the girls' locker room. She had no way to get into the boys' locker room to begin with.
Okay.
No, she did have a way, and I can tell you what it was.
I highly doubt that.
Shut up! I'm telling you, I know how she could have done it.
Broken e-handbook. Okay.
Is it really possible? Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow?
Ah! I got it! She must have hacked her e-handbook! She was the ultimate programmer after all.
No.
I'm sure that would have been no problem for her.
No, I don't think that's it.
Yeah.
She used the thing that was in the main hall.
Huh? What thing?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course.
Is that it?
If she had that, she could get into the boys' locker room no problem.
Huh. We found Leon's handbook in the main hall. There's no doubt that it was... We say that she used it.
Is it really possible?
I have no fucking idea.
Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow?
Ah! I got it! She must have hacked her e-handbook! She was the ultimate programmer, after all. I'm sure that would have been no problem for her.
No, I don't think that's it.
Okay.
She used the thing that was in the main hall.
Huh? What thing?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course.
Is that it?
No, that's wrong.
Stop saying that word, dude!
No, I don't think Chihiro used Leon's handbook.
Why not?
Because Leon's handbook was broken.
Okay.
Oh. Well, then,
you have a good
I
night,
guess
Milky.
That'd be pretty impossible, huh?
I am struck silent by how quickly you gave up.
Plus, isn't there a regulation against using someone else's handbook?
Actually, the rule states that loaning your handbook is prohibited. It says nothing about borrowing one.
Okay.
In other words, you could borrow a dead person's handbook all you want, and you'd be safe.
Yup, yup, yup. Hit the nail square on the noggin.
Fun fact, the German word for a cell phone is handy. Yeah, that's handy. I don't know if that's right. Is that correct? Thanks for that. The Germans in chat confirm. Trilingual king. Don't encourage him. Super correct.
Of course, if it
It's
were broken,
true.
that wouldn't make any sense anyway.
Of course, if we're broken, it wouldn't make sense anyway.
Then, she must have hacked hers, like I said. She used her ultimate programmer skills and...
Psst! You can't fix an e-handbook. The instant you open one up, a security buzzer starts blaring.
So, if she didn't use Leon's handbook, and she didn't modify her own handbook...
Maybe Mr. Naegi's initial assumption is just wrong?
It seems like there's no way she could have got into the boys' locker room. So I guess so.
Okay then, I vote for Byakuya.
Is that it then? Why does Byakuya want to die?
Hold on a second. I agree with you, though. I think you're on the right track.
Okay.
What the? You finally decide to open your mouth and that's what you've got to say? There's no way she could get in the boys' locker room, right? So...
Why are you so sure she couldn't get in? There's still one other way she could have gained access.
So true, Fed Bestie. With the cute little butt head that I want to pat.
What?
What are you talking about? What other way is there?
Well, to explain that, why don't we take a little break from the trial? I'd like you all to come see something.
Can you do that?
Wait. Just what do you think you're doing?
Don't worry. This'll make the whole trial more exciting. I'm sure that thought must please you.
Oh, we're all about pleasing Monokuma.
Huh? It'll make things more exciting? Well, all right then. I declare an official class trial recess.
Huh? For real?
Now then, what is it you want to show us? It better not be boring or I'll be very unhappy.
Oh, I have no doubt it'll meet your lofty expectations.
There's no
So, shall we
fucking
go?
way. Also, contraceptive pills in German is anti-baby pillen. There's no way. I gotta learn German, man. This shit is lit. Yup. Is it true? We gotta learn German. Everybody stop what they're doing and learn German with me. Anti-baby pillen. Anti-demon pillen. We got a German max. It's over. Me when I've got the handy in one hand and the anti-baby pillen in the other. Draw your own conclusions. I saw that comic. And I'm heading over to Casper's place. Anyway. I have no doubt that it'll meet your lofty expectations, so shall we go? Can we compromise and learn Danish? That might be cool too. I'm into that. Before I even knew what was happening, the class trial had been put on hold. We headed off with Butthead in the lead. Where she took us was...
The girls' locker room?
We've already searched this place top to bottom. What are you trying to pull, Missy?
Dutch chairman, thank you very much for the super chat. There's another German word for you, Randon. Rind. Wait. I'm trusting you, Dutch chairman, because you're Dutch, and to me that's good, right? I'm not saying anything crazy, right? It's a huge word. Yes, read it. Rindfleisch, Schatkitterung, Superwachung, Saufgaben, Über, Tragungsatz. There we go. Never trust the Dutch. What is that? What does it mean? What does it mean? Suddenly 10 demons in my room. Thanks. You just call my mom fat. The famous long word for the sake of being long. Okay. It's kind of a nonsense word. It's a former German law. Oh, okay. It's the name of a silly long law. Okay.
I'd like you to examine the victim's body one more time. Be sure to examine the entire body very carefully. Take your time.
Examine her carefully? Like using our hands?
No way, no way, no way, no way, no way!
It's probably best if I don't run my hands all over a girl's dead body.
Okay.
It's not that I'm creeped out or anything. It's just
based on religious
grounds. Based on religious grounds, you know?
Okay, okay.
Very well. I'll do it.
But you're a girl. You shouldn't have to touch a dead body. Just let one of the boys do it.
No, it's okay. I think Chihiro would rather have a girl examine her. So just leave this to me.
Okay.
Sakura.
What is this? Some kind of secret girl-on-girl action? Is that what you two are about?
Jill, you need to shut the hell up. We're trying to... Oh my god. Actually, Jill is no longer in danger of dying, right?
That's not it at all. Stop screwing around.
Okay, here I go. I'm sorry, Chihiro. Please excuse the intrusion.
Okay.
Be sure to check her entire body, and I believe we will solve this particular mystery.
Her entire body? I know you say that, but... What? This is... What is this...
What is it?
Not possible. It's not possible.
Okay.
This girl is
what?
Is a boy.
Okay, okay.
Ah, I see. So she was actually a he. Interesting. Thank you for confirming this fact. What?
I called
joking,
it.
Right?
Zulionos, thank you very much for the super chat. Hippity hoppity. There's a surprise in your middle pocket. You know.
I wouldn't joke about this.
Then it's really true?
Chihiro was a guy?
Oh, what? You guys didn't know? Heck, I knew that right off the bat. Chihiro Fujisaki was totally a guy.
Okay, okay.
Then he was a cross-dresser? Oh, no, I'm really
What the fuck is wrong with you?
had killed him!
What the fuck is wrong with you, Jill? Sit the fuck down.
So that's what Kyoko wanted to show everyone, huh? Interesting.
Dutch chairman, thank you very much for the super chat. In the Netherlands, if you're not medically trained, you can't pronounce somebody dead unless their head is at least 12 inches removed from the body. That's crazy. That's a weird. Wait, let me think. So, people that are not medically trained could look at like a headless body and be like, "Oh yeah, they're dead."
Yes, that certainly does make things much more exciting. Now let's ride this wave of excitement back to the courtroom and get back to the trial.
Where we're going.
Ahem. I do apologize for keeping you waiting. Now then, let's resume the class trial.
Only if there's the full 12 inches of separation. What if there's like 11 inches of separation? They're like, nope, you can't do it. Can't do it.
We've all just learned of the shocking revelation that Chihiro was actually a boy. Let's pick up from there.
Okay.
Yes, well, I don't know his reason for hiding it, but the fact is, Chihiro was not a girl, but a boy.
Okay. Never even crossed my mind. I mean, it crossed my mind.
And because the victim was male, he would have had no problem gaining access to the boys' locker room.
Okay.
Assuming his handbook did, in fact, list his gender as male, then yes, that would be true.
Okay.
Of course his handbook said he was a boy. He dressed like a girl, but he was a boy through and through.
Okay.
So then, there should be no issue with Makoto's initial assertion. The victim was killed in the boys' locker room, and was then later moved to the girls' locker room.
Yeah.
And the killer could have easily used Sayaka or Junko's handbook to get into the girls'
Yes.
locker room.
So this leads to my assumption that the killer, assuming that there wasn't a third switcheroo, that Chihiro was killed like completely outside of the gym area, that the killer was probably a guy.
So Chihiro really was killed in the boys' locker room?
I still don't understand the motive for moving the body, but yes, that does seem plausible.
Well, I must admit, I did find it rather odd. I knew he felt a little off. There was a certain incongruity to his female body.
This is a most titillating situation!
Somebody needs to tie this one up. You're not helping.
So now everything has been connected. All the mysteries have finally become clear.
Okay, well, connected or clear or whatever. We still think you're the killer, remember?
Very interesting. This has become very interesting indeed.
Okay.
Ah, he's off in his own little world.
What about you, Makoto? After everything we've learned, do you still think Byakuya's the killer?
His name is Bacula. Thank you very much, butthead.
Well, without a doubt, Byakuya is the one that made Chihiro's death look like Genocide Jack did it. But I think he might not actually be the killer after all.
What? But aren't you the one who accused him in the first place?
He just seems to be too easygoing about all this. Like he's enjoying us solving the mystery. The way he's acting, it makes it seem like it doesn't have anything to do with him.
And you think that might be because it doesn't have anything to do with him?
Plus, the evidence he left behind was a little too... how can I put it? Overt. He consciously chose to use the extension, at least...
Oh.
That's how I see it.
Yeah. He consciously used to use the extension cord knowing that it would implicate him. Yeah.
And Byakuya, when you found out the murder took place in the boys' locker room, it seemed to rattle you. And then again, when you found out Chihiro was actually a guy. If you really were the killer, that stuff wouldn't have had any effect on you.
So that's your thinking, huh? Well, it bothers me that you don't have more concrete reasons, but...
Brandon, every time you skip a text, a year of my life is taken away. No! Is there a way to add years to your life? If I go back and I redo the entire thing, is it going to add like 800 years to your life? All right, everybody, strap yourselves in. We're going to make Cliff the Pig a functional immortal. We're going to go back to the very beginning. We're going to load a brand new fucking game, and we're going to load like 8,000 lines of text. Skip 50 text. I want to see what happens. No. Ribians. We have to go the good option. Please skip instead. Why? All right, we'll hold a moratorium. All right, I'm gonna take this information. I'm gonna chew on it.
It's fine. I guess I'll mark it as correct for the time being.
Mark it as correct?
He's right. I am not the culprit.
Then why would you...
I just happened to come across the corpse in the girls' locker room and decided to alter it.
How did you... What?
Are you fucking with us right now?
No, I am not effing with you right now. I'm telling you the truth.
Why would you...
Well, I find it very hard to believe.
What?
Go ahead. Find it very hard to believe. You're free to be executed along with the rest of us.
If you're really telling the truth, then why? Why do you do that to his body?
My reasons hardly matter right now. Uncovering the culprit is much more important, wouldn't you say?
I don't know how to... What?
Now then, if it wasn't me, who was it?
Well, I don't think I can say for sure without talking about it a little more.
We're seriously gonna keep going? We're all good, aren't we? I thought it was clear Byakuya did it.
Is you! You're trying to get away with it! I knew it was you, everybody! I'm a genius. Call me a genius. It was this guy.
No, I'm with Makoto. If there's any doubt whatsoever, we need to explore every possibility. Because if we're wrong, we all die here.
Tech Turncoat, thank you very much for the super chat. Bacula ready to doom everybody for the bit. I have
That's true.
no idea why he would
Very
do that.
well then. I'm with you too.
Damn straight. Count me in.
What the fuck is your problem?
Do you not have a mind of your own?
Of course I do. What am I, an ant or something?
Anyway, let's discuss this all as a group one more time. We still have time to make our decision.
Okay.
That's very true.
Our lives are all on the line.
Oh, look at that swirly ice cream head. Nom, nom, nom.
Excellent. Then shall we resume our game of hide and seek?
If Bacula didn't do it, then who's the real killer? There's one thing we can be sure that we know about the killer. The killer was able to gain access to the real murder scene, which means the killer is a guy.
I got it!
Since Leon's handbook is apparently broken, the killer would have had to use their own. It had to have been a guy. I still think the broken one could be Chihiro's. Celeste's account? Yeah.
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Well, clues are one thing, but did nobody get a look at the killer?
I'm sure if someone saw the killer, they would have said something by now.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point. Even that might be enough for now.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
It's over.
Oh, come on!
It's all over. You want to know who saw the victim? The killer. And only the killer. And it's not like they're just gonna turn themselves in. Game over, man. Game over.
Yay! No! Not game over!
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Well, clues are one thing, but did nobody get a look at the killer?
I'm sure if someone saw the killer, they would have said something by now.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point. Even that might be enough for now.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
Oh, come on. That was wrong.
Shoot!
Okay.
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Well, clues are one thing, but did nobody get a look at the killer?
Okay.
I'm sure if someone saw the killer, they would have said something by now.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point. Even that might be enough for now.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
It's over. It's all over. You want to know who saw the victim? The killer. And only the killer.
No, that's wrong.
Woo. You could speed up dialogue with
someone
control.
else did see the victim before he was murdered. What do you think, Celeste?
Now that you mention it, yes, I did see him.
Huh? Really?
Oh, but I suppose only Makoto knows about this. The rest of you had no idea, did you? That is why you're all making such ugly noises.
Okay, okay.
Whatever! Just hurry up and tell us!
It was last night, right before nighttime. I saw Chihiro in the dormitory warehouse. I saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag.
Okay.
And then, I assume, he headed off to exercise.
A track jacket and a duffel bag? But we didn't find anything like that at the murder scene.
Okay.
It seems likely that the culprit destroyed them to get rid of any evidence.
And that is when he said something that struck me as rather odd.
Well, I'd better get going. I'm kind of in a hurry.
Chihiro told me he was in a hurry. But why would he be in a hurry? Only if someone were waiting for him, I should think.
So, Mr. Fujisaki was on his way to meet with someone, and then they were going to work out together?
But Hina and I had invited him to exercise with us plenty of times, and he always declined.
Probably because he was afraid you'd find out the secret he was hiding, right?
Okay, okay.
Which means that conversely, he must have trusted whoever he was meeting with very much. Enough so that he was willing to risk his secret being revealed.
What a marvelous friendship! The point is, whoever he met up with is the culprit, right? So we just gotta figure out who it was.
But knowing what we know, I can't even guess.
No. You already have what you need to make the connection.
What?
Huh?
You know who the killer is.
What? No, I don't! I have no idea! No! The whole venture! Don't fuck me like this!
Seriously?
Who is it? Who's the killer?
Think back to the track jacket and duffel bag the killer disposed of. Focus on the details of these items, and it should become obvious who was waiting for him.
Are you sure about that? You really think we can figure out who did it based on two pieces of evidence that we don't have?
What? You want to track down some fingerprints or something?
Even if we had the equipment for that, we wouldn't know how to use it.
As was noted, the evidence is already gone. There's nothing to get fingerprints from.
Maybe, but we can make certain inferences if we just take the time to talk it out.
Easy for you to say. But fine. Celeste, did you notice anything special about the bag or jacket?
The bag was just a normal duffel bag from the warehouse.
Okay.
All the bags in there are the same, so I can't imagine what would make that one special.
Okay.
Well, if I remember right, there was a decent variety of tracksuits to choose from.
Oh.
Do you think there might be some connection between the culprit and Chihiro's jacket?
Perhaps. Let's explore that and talk a bit more about the jacket he took.
It's blue? Jill really creeps me out.
First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed.
Okay.
He was on his way to go exercise.
I think that's...
So next we
Yeah.
have to ask, Why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
I don't even have a tracksuit. 'Cause exercising sucks.
I have a white tracksuit personally. I got it from the warehouse, if you must know.
Huh.
Did any of that really help us get any closer to figuring out who the culprit is?
No way. Not a chance.
You heard him, right? What he just said without even realizing it?
El Mangaka, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. She's right. What she said just now was really odd. How did he know something like that? What?
First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed. He was on his way to go exercise. So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
I don't even have a tracksuit. 'Cause exercising sucks.
I have a white tracksuit personally. I got it from the warehouse, if you must know.
Did any of that really help us get any closer to figuring out who the culprit is?
No way. Not a chance.
You heard him, right? What he just said without even realizing it? First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed. He was on his way to go exercise. So next we have to... Why did he choose the specific...
What do you mean, the specific?
It matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit?
No, that's wrong.
How do you know it was blue, bro?
Hold on a second, Mondo.
How did you know
What
it was
did
blue?
you just say?
How did you know it was blue, bro?
Huh? What'd I say?
When Celeste testified a few minutes ago, she said... She never said anything about the jacket's color. So why did you say Chihiro's blue tracksuit?
What are you... You just...
Hey, Celeste. What color was Chihiro's tracksuit?
As a matter of fact, it was blue.
Why would Mondo
And
do that?
Before we began the trial, did you tell anyone that?
The only one I told about any of this was you.
Then, Mondo, how did you know what color Chihiro's tracksuit was?
Wait! If it was Mondo, we get to kill him! That's what you get for fucking with me, asshole! That's what you get for beating the shit out of me! Nobody beats the shit out of Randa Nuring and gets away with it! Everybody, kill him! Kill him!
But because I just...
I'm sure he saw the clothes at some point in the investigation.
No, that can't be it. The bag and clothes were surely disposed of by the time we began our investigation.
Then the only reason he could have known what color the tracksuit was is if he saw Cherry with it before he died. That's the only possibility.
Look at her fucking scissors! She's gonna kill Hifumi for sure.
Cherry? Are you talking about Chihiro? So, how about it? Did you see the tracksuit or didn't you?
That's the look of a gamer. Ribians, could you confirm? Is this the face and expression of a League of Legends player? Ribians, could you confirm or refute? Because you're my #1 expert League of Legends player. You're our resident expert at, you know, League of Legends. Is that the face of a League player? Yo, Davina, thank you very much for the super chat. You got it, boss. Looney Tunes violence noises.
Just by chance. I just happened to see it last night.
Okay. Yeah, sure. She looks like she plays League.
He walked past me, and he was carrying the tracksuit in his hands.
Then why didn't you mention it?
No, that can't be it either. According to Celeste's testimony.
Just trying to hide it.
When Celeste noticed it, Chihiro made a point of making sure the jacket was completely in the bag. If you just ran into him briefly, you couldn't possibly have seen what color the tracksuit was.
Okay. Kill him.
It would appear you've dug your own grave.
You stupid cornhead. Your hair looks fucking delicious.
Perhaps. But you handed him the shovel, didn't you? That's why you said what you did.
You handed him the shovel.
Focus on the tracksuit and it'll be obvious who he met with? What a bunch of nonsense.
Ah, now I understand. It was all one big bluff, wasn't it? Your true intention was to draw a slip of the tongue from the culprit. That's why you said you knew who did it, to put them on edge.
That's right. However, Mondo was my target all along. I had my suspicions about him from the very beginning.
But why? What
Yeah.
made you so suspicious?
Ah!
That's a good question.
Because I hate him. That's me. That's me. She's so disappointed. The look of disappointment on her face is one that I have seen many a time. Usually on my sister's face, occasionally my brother, occasionally my mother. I've seen the look on this. I've seen this expression many a time. The look of abject disappointment.
There was a certain turning point that tipped me off.
She just continues talking.
Maybe you didn't notice it, Mondo, but you tend to refer to men and women differently. You only call guys dude. For girls, it's chick.
She ignored me. She ignored me, everyone. No. I'm fucking mind blasted.
And after he was killed, you happened to refer to him as dude. Once I picked up on that, it occurred to me that Mondo knew something we didn't.
You noticed such a tiny detail?
Are you a witch? She's a witch! You're positively frightful!
She's a witch! A witch!
No, I'm not the frightful one. Not nearly as frightful as someone capable of murdering a friend.
Mondo, was it really you? Did you really kill Chihiro?
I didn't kill anyone! You've been all over me, judging everything I say, putting words in my mouth.
Okay.
What gives you the right to treat me like a goddamn criminal?
Okay.
Yeah, he would never do something like that. This is a false accusation.
I forgot they're dating now.
It's true. My reasoning on that is pretty shaky.
That was fast.
Well, this does present us with a problem. It seems we are all out of leads.
My time has nearly come.
He even talks like me. My time has nearly come.
That's what my little ghost friend is telling me.
That's what my little ghost friend is telling me.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Hifumi, weren't you telling me you'd found some evidence?
Really? What kind of evidence?
Actually, you know, now that I'm thinking about it here calmly, it might not be all that relevant.
Jeez, does your confidence just get up and walk away? It's fine, man. Just tell us.
If you really insist, then...
He
here
found
it
the
is.
E-handy!
What do you have there?
It happens to be an e-handbook. I found it laying on the ground, so I scooped it up.
I got it! We know Chihiro's handbook was missing from the scene of the crime, right?
Okay.
For a fact.
Okay.
For a fact indeed. I was totally sure I'd found it.
Then it must hold some clue about the culprit, right?
Well, that's what I was hoping. But it's busted. It won't even turn on.
I imagine the culprit broke it to get rid of any evidence after the murder.
Well, where did you find it?
That's odd. I didn't think the handbooks were quite so fragile.
Wait. Maybe they don't turn on if you're the murderer. Maybe they don't turn on if you're the murderer. Maybe that's the e-handy of Mondo, the murderer, and Mondo has Chihiro's e-handbook.
You're right. They're not. They're totally waterproof and shock resistant. It would take an awful lot to break one.
Maybe it's not broken. Maybe they're designed not to turn on if you're a killer.
And yet, this one does appear to be broken, as is Leon's, sitting useless in the main hall. For all your confidence, that is a remarkably high failure rate.
Do you think there might be some kind of mystery in there somewhere? How precisely did the handbooks get broken? Shoot!
Oh no! By hitting its weak point?
I got it! You already told us before that the handbook has one weak point, didn't you?
It's like a giant enemy crab! You have to hit its weak point for massive damage.
Yeah! You remember that?
Ridge Racer!
Sure, maybe I let that slip, but I never told anyone what the weak point actually was.
But if the handbook is supposed to never break, and two of them broke in quick succession,
Okay.
Then we can only assume that someone's figured out its weakness. You know what the weakness is, right, Monokuma? So, what is it?
$599 US.
Huh? You asking me?
I think it's a necessary piece of information if you want this to be a fair trial.
But if I tell you, and someone else decides to copy it, that would be very not good.
Daniel, hello. I'm accusing a teenager of murder.
Just tell us already. Why would we want to break our own handbooks?
Oh well, I have a weakness for pushy demands. But you're sure you won't follow their example?
Just add a rule that says if you break your e-handy on purpose, I'll kill you.
Then allow me to make a special announcement. The weak point of my cutting-edge e-handbook is... when it's exposed to high temperatures for too long, it will suffer a meltdown and totally break!
A high temperature. The sauna. The sauna. Why did it break for Leon?
I flippin' knew it!
You knew it?
Yeah, because I found the handbook laying on the floor of the sauna.
The temperature in the sauna can reach over 200 degrees. Strange how you don't get burnt, huh? It's because as your sweat evaporates, it creates a cooling layer of air around your skin.
Okay.
If the hot air of the sauna were somehow pushed directly onto your skin, you'd definitely get fried.
Look at Genocide Jill. She looks so fucking unhinged.
That layer of air will get away. That's why you may feel a burning when you move around. So when you're in a sauna, make sure to keep nice and still.
Wow, interesting. I learned one new fact today.
That is a mere trifling speck of knowledge.
Anyway, if you found the victim's handbook in the sauna, then the killer must have been purposely trying to raise its temperature in order to break it.
Meaning the culprit somehow knew its weakness.
But how'd they find out? Monokuma said he didn't tell anyone, right?
Okay. Okay.
Indeed. Quite the mystery.
What if they found out by accident?
What do you mean by accident?
What if the killer took their own handbook into the sauna, not knowing its weakness, and it broke? They'd realize it was broken, of course, and it wouldn't be hard to figure out why. And once they had Chihiro's handbook, they knew they had an easy way to dispose of it.
He has Leon's handbook. If we force Mondo to open his e-handy, it's gonna be Leon's, and he replaced.
I won't say it's not possible, but who would have done something like that? I don't know of anyone who took their handbook into the sauna.
I might know someone who did.
Whoa, seriously?
I think the one who may have taken their handbook into the sauna was...
It was you! It was you! You did it! I'm just fucking with you guys.
Here's my answer. Mondo, your handbook got broken in the sauna, didn't it?
What?
Why? Why do you keep accusing him?
Shut up, homewrecker.
Mondo and Taka had an endurance contest in the sauna not too long ago, remember? And for the contest, Mondo just so happened to keep his school uniform on. But little did he realize, he'd also left his handbook in one of his uniform pockets. And when it was all over, Mondo discovered that taking your handbook into the sauna could easily destroy it.
No, wait, hold on. You've got it all wrong. He would never kill. I don't accept this. Show me the proof. The actual solid proof.
I found something that proves it beyond a shadow of a doubt. What? How do you change? I forgot how to change the thing.
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
See? Look! Makoto was wrong after all! Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
Hold on. And that will show that the handbook Mondo has must actually be.
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Okay.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
Shoot!
What? Okay.
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
Okay.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Okay.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
Dang it!
See? Look! Makoto was wrong after all! Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct,
Okay.
then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
Fuck, dude! Oh my fucking god! Ah, I hate this
Makoto
game!
was wrong after all! Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if then that proves that...
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
Makoto was wrong after all! Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
Let's test Makoto's. If what he says, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if then that proves...
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
Oh, thank God.
No, that's wrong. Mondo, the handbook you have right now, is it really yours?
The fuck is that supposed to mean?
The broken handbook that was in the main hall. Isn't that one actually yours?
What the heck are you talking about?
His handbook is Leon's.
What I mean is, I think Mondo swapped his handbook out for one that actually works. I think he took Leon's handbook and replaced it with his own. After all, Monokuma said himself that Leon's handbook never should have broken.
That's right! The punishment it suffered wasn't nearly enough to destroy
Okay,
it.
okay.
So then, the broken handbook in the main hall is actually Mondo's, which would mean that the handbook Mondo has right now
Yes,
is actually
yes!
Leon's.
Yeah, but doesn't that violate the school regulation that says loaning out your handbook is prohibited?
Well, here's how I look at it. There is a rule about loaning your handbook to another student, but if they're dead, they're not a student. It's kind of a gray area, I admit. But no worries. If anything, it just makes things more interesting.
Okay, okay.
As such, I decree that exchanging handbooks with a corpse is not a violation of the rules.
Well, Mondo, if I'm wrong about this, you're welcome to say so. I'm happy to admit I made a mistake, but...
Son of a bitch.
That's what you get for punching me, motherfucker! Now you're dead! Monokuma's gonna kill the fuck out of you, boy!
What's wrong, bro? Come on! Tell him he's wrong! You are wrong! You have to be wrong! Everything you just said is wrong! You made it all up!
Okay, then why don't we look back on this case one more time, from the beginning? That way, everything will become clear.
Why
And
did he
we'll
kill
all
him?
see if I was right
Why?
or wrong.
Yeah, tell me about this. Ah, I see. Okay. Okay. Act 2. Okay. Locker room. Okay. Huh. Here? I don't know. Something like that. Okay. Okay. Huh. Here? Yeah, drop the, you know, yeah. Rolling up the carpet, yeah. No, that's not right. What the fuck is your problem, dude? Why did you make this case so much harder? Oh my god. Why did you make this game so much harder? Okay. No, I don't think that's right. Take the handy in. What goes here? 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 Yeah, here. Okay. Okay. What the fuck is your problem, bro? Oh, here? Wait. Like that? Okay, Bacula, you fucking psycho. You go into the girls' room with the extension cord, and you're like, Is that it?
Here's exactly what happened. First, let's take a look back to before the incident. Last night, Celeste saw Chihiro in the warehouse, correct? At the time, she was apparently stuffing something into a duffel bag.
Okay.
That something was a blue tracksuit. You can confirm this, right, Celeste? With bag in hand, Chihiro headed out, even though it was officially nighttime. She made her way to the locker room, specifically the boys' locker room.
Okay.
But how could the victim, who was apparently a girl, access the boys' locker room? Simple, because she was really a he, which is why he was able to use his own e-handbook to gain entrance to the boys' locker room.
Okay.
Once inside, he met with someone there. And the person he met was the one who killed him.
Okay.
It seems likely that the killer grabbed the nearby dumbbell, approached the unsuspecting Chihiro, and attacked him. And that's where the bloodstains on the poster and carpeting in the boys' locker room came from.
Okay.
It was likely in the heat of the moment. The body was arranged, but the murder itself felt unplanned.
What?
Which is why the killer hurried to try and hide the act. First, pulling up the bloodstained carpet. Then, removing the bloody poster. And finally carrying the corpse into the girls' locker. A girl's handbook was necessary to get into the locker room, of course.
Oh no! My boy aged another year! Cliff! I skipped some dialogue and now you've aged another year! It's fucking over! I'm sorry! No, no. Happy birthday, Cliff.
But this alone doesn't prove that the killer was necessarily a girl. After all, Sayaka and Junko's handbooks had been placed in the main hall. Using one of those, a boy could get into the girls' locker room without much problem. And that's exactly how the killer did it. With the carpet and the poster they brought with them, they got to work. They changed the layout of the boys' and girls' locker room in what you might call a crime scene switch.
Okay, okay. This fucking creep.
That could have been the end of things, but no. Byakuya discovered the body and decided to intervene in the situation.
Why would you do such a
making
thing?
things even more complicated.
Because he's an asshole.
So, after stumbling on the crime scene, he went and grabbed the extension cord from the library. And then
Don't tell me he did it for the lulz. This is crazy.
He used the cord to string up Chihiro's lifeless body.
He did it to kill Toko.
Then, using the victim's own blood, he left a grisly message there at the scene of the crime. He wanted to create the illusion that Genocide Jack was responsible for the slaughter.
Oh. That was wrong. Okay. Act 5. Ah, here. I see. That must be it.
Here's exactly what happened. And around the same time that Byakuya was putting together this facade, the killer, having already disposed of Chihiro's bag and other belongings, arrived at the sauna. There, they planned to destroy the last piece of evidence, Chihiro's handbook. And just as the killer expected, the steamy sauna was enough to ruin the electronic gadget. Somehow, the killer knew that the handbook couldn't stand up to the heat of the sauna. And the reason they knew that is because the sauna had already wrecked their own handbook. And that's how it all played out. Isn't that right, Mondo Arata?
Why would you fucking do that? You fucking psycho?
Wait. No. This can't be right. Where's your evidence? Yeah. Where's your evidence? You need evidence. You need proof. Without any proof, you can't pin any of this on him.
Sure. Fever time. Space key. Force to its max. Okay. At this point, even if you push the buttons at random, you won't miss. So you can push any of these buttons. Okay. However you want. Okay. Focus gauge runs out, so make the best use. Okay. Your opponent can use. Okay. I don't remember this.
Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you! False! Show me some evidence. I won't listen! False!
I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing.
I refuse to vote. Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False.
What am I doing?
Show me some evidence. I won't listen. False.
I don't know what I'm doing. Losing is what you're doing? I have no idea what I'm looking at! Well, then the class trial night. Oh, fuck me. Am I dead? What?
Is this
The
really
guy that beat the shit out of me won! The guy that beat the shit out of me won! I hate this shit! Yeah!
I refuse to give up yet.
I knew it was Randon all along! I don't know what the fuck this stupid ass game is. Shut up, Toko! Genocide Jack, you need to fucking calm the fuck down! Tempo will be forced to its max. You won't miss. Okay. I don't know, and I don't care about this. Okay. Have fun. I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False. Show me some evidence.
What am I doing?
I won't listen. False.
I don't know what I'm doing.
I refuse to vote. Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen.
I don't know what I'm doing.
I refute you. False.
As soon as I start missing, okay.
Listen. False. You're corrupt.
Okay, good.
I refuse to vote. I refute you. False. You're corrupt. Show me some evidence. I won't listen. I refuse to vote. Show me some evidence.
I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Ah! Ah! I don't know how to play this fucking game, man. Bro's doing everything but reading chat. This game sucks. Press the right mouse button, but that's what I've been doing. Lock on to the statements. Alright, give it up.
I refuse to give up yet.
Apparently you did not show him the evidence. This game mode is jank. Alright, what do I do? No. I hate Taka. I want to kill him.
Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen.
I see.
refute you. False. Show me some evidence. I won't listen. False.
I don't know what I'm doing.
I refuse to vote. Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False. Show me some evidence. I won't listen. False. You're corrupt.
What the fuck?
I refuse to vote. I refute you. False. You're corrupt. Show me some evidence. Show me some evidence.
This should prove it.
Oh my god. This fucking game.
If my thinking so far is right, Mondo must have replaced his broken handbook with Leon's. In which case, we can just check each of our handbooks right now.
No shit!
Once we do that, we'll...
We don't gotta do that.
Huh?
Yeah. Yeah. I did it. I killed him.
Why? I got it! Oh, an A. Okay, good. Woo! We're gambling, boys! We're going to Vegas with our mono coin.
Bro, what are you saying?
Bro.
I got no choice, man. After
Bro.
hearing all that, I gotta just give up. Go ahead, Monokuma. Get it over with. Ask for the goddamn verdict.
Roger that.
Wait! Hold on!
No waiting, no holding on. Time for the moment we've all been waiting for.
Okay.
Grab your lever and give it a yank!
Oh, I'll be yanking my lever, all right. Fuck you, Mondo. That's what you get for beating the shit out of me.
Who will you elect
I'll
as the
kill you.
legend this time around? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Okay, okay.
What?
Uh-oh. This time it looks like you got it right again. The Blacken that killed Chihiro Fujisaki was Mondo Owada. Joseph, thank you very much for the super chat. I have no idea what this game is, but I must backseat. It's... That game... I don't like it. But I like every other part of this game. Why did you kill Chihiro?
Unbelievable.
You're treading very close to the danger zone, Mr. Ishimaru. You need to be more careful. There's no way he would kill someone.
Sorry.
What is this?
Why? 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 Why did you do it?
Now then.
Allow me to explain on his behalf.
Actually...
Sad story. For anyone who doesn't want to hear it, you can hit the control key to fast forward. No, I want to hear it. Okay. Chihiro Fujisaki. Extreme inferiority complex. Okay. 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 I don't know how okay. I don't know how I feel about that. Okay. But no matter how tightly wrapped himself around that shell, inferiority complex had taken root deep inside of him, was not easily weeded out. Shell was completely empty. Okay. Grew stronger and stronger. I'm weak.
Weak, 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 weak.
Okay. Accept this fact. Survival of the fittest. If you're not strong, you don't survive. And the lovely and hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets. Okay. Okay.
Hey,
That was something Chihiro couldn't let anybody find out. Okay. Torture. Spiraling into despair. Okay.
What?
And yet,
I'm sorry. But...
maybe I can talk about it later. Okay. Knowingly motivate himself to become stronger. Okay.
That's right. I want to change.
Okay. Okay. Where does Mondo come into this? Okay, exercising. Okay. First and only chance.
Hey,
He thought it would be a good idea to ask for someone's help, but he wanted to tell that person his secret first and then ask them to help him from there. Okay. Person that he went to.
Yeah, that's right.
Was Mondo. Okay. All right. Sure was. The biker gang fella had been painfully clear about how important his manly promises were. Okay. His honor would make him keep this secret. The moral of the story is that exercising kills. This is crazy.
Uh-huh.
Okay. But where does the murder come in? That's crazy. Maybe talking to Mondo about it will give me some more courage. Okay. And he thought that only with Mondo's support would he ever be able to come close to that.
Correct.
So then that must be why Mondo did what he did? To keep... what? What?
Indeed. Certainly.
What? Did I skip past the murder? What? Did I skip past the murder motive?
But...
Keep going.
Because...
Huh? Who he'd also killed? Yeah. Because no matter what, I didn't want anyone to know.
I knew it.
So that's what triggered it after all. Yeah, what was your secret?
What is this?
Nothing could have been that bad. Even if it meant killing someone.
You're wrong!
Don't make me repeat myself.
To judge others by your own standard is the height of folly. Even if you can't comprehend it, he obviously can. That's all there is to it. While we're on the subject, why don't I tell you? That embarrassing memory, that secret he didn't want anyone to know. You know what Mondo did? He killed his own brother. His own brother that taught him to never break a promise. He killed his own brother. Because of a certain someone. Daya Owada. Okay. Mondo's brother was his only family growing up. Okay. Then why did he kill him? Okay. Starry-eyed kid brother. Put together a local motorcycle gang. Okay. Biggest biker gang in the country. His younger brother Mondo was number 2. Peaches and gravy. What? But when Mondo started to think about how he would have to take over the gang from his brother someday, his brother's greatness, his reputation began to gnaw on Mondo's very soul. Daya and Mondo! Diamond! Crazy Diamond! It's funny. Mondo's just along for the ride. Somebody like that really be our leader. Okay. Which is why
I just
gotta get stronger. Gotta win.
don't fuck with me.
I don't care what it takes, I gotta come out on top. Street race. Tragedy stuck. Crazy Diamond! Oh, you didn't kill your brother. Your brother saved you because you're dumb. No, you didn't kill your brother. You figuratively, you didn't. Hey kid, the rest is up to you. No matter what, you got to keep the gang together. Because it's the team you and me put together. It's a promise between men. Okay. He decided to hide the truth. Okay. It was his own weakness that he caught. But he didn't kill your... As a result. Okay. Daya was gonna lose to his kid brother. So he got stupid and got himself kid. Oh, that's mean! Mondo's lie became the truth. All kinds of lies about his brother.
I just...
Huh. And yet... As soon as our killing game began, he realized... No matter how tough he pretended to be, he was just another weakling who would die in an instant. Lovely, the hateful Monokuma announced. Revealing of the embarrassing secrets. Okay. Everything me and my brother worked to create. Okay. So that's why. Mondo?
I just...
Okay. Chihiro asked me to start working out. told me a secret.
I'm sorry.
But why?
Huh? But
You're right, but
I want to change.
okay. I wrap myself in lies. I'm weak. I want to destroy that version of me forever. His words were like a knife in my gut. Exposing the lie I'd been leaving my... What? Whatever secret Monokuma might tell us.
You piece of...
So what, you're saying I should just say it?
What? What?
You're saying if I really... What? Everyone my secret.
Huh?
What? I was jealous. I was jealous of Chihiro's strength. Try and overcome it. It was the kind of strength I've never had. Huh. Well, why you resort to murder, you weirdo? The jealousy broke me?
What?
Are you making fun of me? You fucking with me now?
No!
Low key, his hair is making me want to eat bugles. You ever put bugles on your fingertips? And you're like, I am bugle finger. I do that a lot. Something inside my head. What did he want me to do? What was I supposed to do? My secret get revealed and ruin everything?
What's wrong?
Damn you!
Are you trying to rub my failure in my... What the fuck are you talking about?
I just wanted to...
I admire your strength.
Yeah, that's right.
Stronger than you?
You son of a bitch!
Stronger than Daya? What? I don't remember anything. Oh, you're gonna claim you went berserk? Yeah, sure. You don't remember?
I killed him. I killed Chihiro. Even after all this time, I'm still just as weak as I've always been.
What the fuck?
And thanks to that, I did something I can never take back.
Mondo. He's normally so aggressive. He beat the shit out of me. He hid that weak side away. This was his secret. Cold-blooded. Shut up, Monokuma! You're being weird right now! Look at him. You see, you're all just like him. He didn't know what true strength was. Do you see hope anywhere in there? Because I sure don't. You bastard.
Yep.
Punishing.
It can't be.
Well now, well now, well now, well now.
Ridiculous.
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment.
Mondo Owada Ultimate. Well, why the fuck did fucking Backshots, man? Why did Bacula fucking do that weird shit? Ah.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
Sorry, man. I couldn't keep the promise we made. From one man to another.
Okay. Cutscene. Look at Monokuma. Okay. The Cage of Death. What the fuck? What? Mondo butter! 2 times the fat! Alright, that's pretty good. Laugh at death, and your soul will forever be at peace. It can't be. My bro has been turned to delicious double fat butter. Taka, how about I make you a nice grilled cheese with extra Mondo butter? Not the nasty, you know, toaster grilled cheese. No, I'm gonna butter that shit up and I'm gonna put it into the pan. My brother. Another murder, another execution. I need to talk to Bacula. Bacula, what the fuck is wrong with you, dude? Maybe I'll just let it happen. Will you accept Taka back? Absolutely not. I know Taka cheated on you, but that's evil, man. He's crashing out. We were each forced to realize once again. Of course, he had to. What a disappointment. What the fuck is your problem, bro? Bacula.
What is this?
You're completely insane, you know that? A game? Why did you make it so much harder to...
Hey.
Except
However,
that I just don't understand why. Why did you go out of your way to disguise Mondo's crime?
What?
Isn't it obvious because it made things... What the fuck is wrong with you? Chilled me to the bone. I was in the library as usual.
Honestly.
So you ignore the nighttime rule too? That rule never mattered to me. I don't recall agreeing to it.
There is nothing to be done.
That's why I stumbled upon him. I spotted Mondo coming out of the girls' locker. What the fuck? Bro, why would you... This could have been the easiest case. What the... He was born Byakuya, you fucking born kid. This is crazy.
What?
He didn't have the slightest idea that I'd seen him.
Well...
That's right.
How boring would that have been? What? Which is why I decided to lend a little helping hand. I thought it would liven things. What the fuck? Oh. Oh, there's another sneeze. You did all that to liven things up?
I see.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, everybody. You decided to use that to create the fake murder scene?
But...
You would have been dead. Exactly. You would have been dead. Well, obviously, I would have revealed the truth before it reached... What? But... What if we didn't believe you? What if we didn't believe you and we got you... Feel his sharp eyes piercing into me. Thanks to a certain remarkable someone it never did, and I was able to perform an interesting experiment.
Interesting.
Once I do decide to become blackened, I now know who I have to watch out for. What the fuck is wrong with this guy?
Correct. Indeed.
Moving on.
Hey.
There's something I'd like to ask Monokuma.
What's this?
Oh, I'm up next.
You
like to perform these elaborate executions each time, correct? My question is why? It's not just for you. All this punishment, all this despair is my gift to mankind. What?
What?
You're over-exaggerating. These punishments are meant to transform all hope to despair?
Damn.
What do you mean?
Huh?
Mean? Mean? Mean?
What the heck?
Mean.
Damn it!
Every stupid little thing.
Ooh, how exciting!
This is the start of a terrifying friendship.
That's enough.
Let me just say this. After I have achieved complete victory, you're up next. I'm gonna find you and kill you, understand?
In the name of my family.
You're getting all riled up.
No trash mob for you. Okay. Someone needs a nap. Indeed. What the fuck? The Mastermind wouldn't let it end? Blind puppy in hell had more of a future than us? It was the worst kind of despair. What?
Well, anyway, like I was saying...
What is this?
This is a pretty good spot. Yeah, a really good spot. Anyway, isn't it amazing how that girl went and killed someone before things even had a chance to get boring?
What?
Once things really get moving, it'll be like a roller coaster. There won't be any stopping it. Fear and despair charge forward at a speed nothing can hope to match. But I must admit, I'm disappointed. I went to all the pain and effort of making you part of the group, and you couldn't play your part.
Wait, what? Part of the group? Also, why is Monokuma holding my underwear? It's so weird. It's kind of distracting. Put it back, you pervert.
You do remember you were supposed to make the first move, right?
You were supposed to make the first move? Is this person in our group? This bald character is somebody in our group?
Well, no biggie.
Here's the traitor.
Nothing we can do about it now. So just do your best to make things more exciting from now on, okay?
It's the Fed! It's the Fed! The butthead. He's secretly a mono butt.
After all, that's what everyone wants to see.
There's one thing I'd like to ask
As
you.
long as you don't want to know my measurements, fire away.
Who is it? The 16th high school student? What?
Ooh. My, you really took me by surprise there. I know I said you could ask anything, but... Super denied, ultra denied, demonic denied! Because you see, that's my ace in the hole. And nobody'd be dumb enough to reveal that, right? No matter how close they were to their friends.
What the fuck? It's the Fed. All right, this game is okay. To be continued. Crazy Diamond Prison? Yes, I want to save the data. Except the minigame. Fuck the minigames. Most of the minigames are okay, but that last one, man. Sniff. Oh, who the fuck? Why are you naked?
I know.
No. We're done. Goodbye. I can't. All right. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. I appreciate it. Time to raid someone? Question mark. Let's see. Boom. What am I doing tomorrow? Maybe a retro game? I'm gonna beat Danganronpa. I just don't know when. But I will beat it. I promise. Alright, YouTube. As always, you guys are my favorite. Thank you for hanging out. I appreciate it. I will see you next time, okay? Take care. A tier list! Maybe I'll start off with a tier list. I'll think about it. Maybe a tier list. Who knows? Who would have the best butter? Clearly me. But in the Danganronpa, maybe Hifumi? IDK? Alright, take care, everybody. Goodbye. Bye.